Hello there. Today I'm going to teach you kind of a cheat way to play the acoustic part from The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. This will cover both the intro, the verse, and the chorus up until the bass solo, where essentially you can either continue playing acoustic guitar or you can leave it there. This is kind of a slightly weirder tuning, so essentially both your low E and your high E string are going to be tuned to D. So your tuning is going to be D, A, D, G, B, and D again. And then you're going to capo on the second fret. Okay? Should sound something like that. Now, the song is in E, but we're going to be playing a lot of D-like shapes here. So the first shape, this is for the intro. I'm going to play it first, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so that was the intro of the song. We have a couple things going on here. First of all, the first chord shape is kind of like a D7 chord, but we're not going to have our ring finger down at the moment. We're just going to have these two fingers, our first finger on the first fret of our B string and our middle finger on the second fret of our G string. And this actually creates, technically, I believe, a E7 chord without the 3. So it's kind of like an E power chord with the flat 7 in it. And when I'm strumming, I'm essentially hitting some low notes and then kind of strumming some of the high notes, kind of getting this back and forth. The actual song is finger picked, but again, this is kind of like a simplified version for those who kind of want to learn how to jam the song or play the song. The next part here is there's two different kind of riffs we're going to do to kind of make it sound closer to the song itself. The first one is partway through strumming, you're going to add your ring finger back to the second fret of the high E string, which is now a D string, in order to make that full D7 shape. And you'll hear it when I add my finger here. You hear that at the end? Okay, so that's the first lick. And then on the next bar, you're going to take your finger off, and you're going to essentially hammer on the third fret of your B string. You got to do this with your ring finger as well, or with your pinky, whichever one is more comfortable. So. Okay, so that's riff 2. So if we combine the two, keeping these two fingers on, putting our finger down on the second fret of our D string the first time, and then putting our pinky or ring finger on the third fret of our B string the second time, kind of gives you this riff. Okay, so that's the very beginning of the intro part, and essentially it starts with adding your ring finger to the D string, and then the second time you add your pinky or ring finger to the B string. Now, after you do the whole thing twice, you're going to reverse those around. So the first two times you're going to do it like this. Then reverse it. You play that hammer on basically for the fourth time, this riff, you're actually going to change your finger shape, and you're going to go to a traditional D chord shape, just like this. Okay, and I'll tell you what to do there, but let's review for a second. So, first riff, second riff, first riff, second riff, second riff again, first riff, second riff again, then switch to D. Okay, so at the very end there, you're going to switch to that D shape, but without your middle finger. So you just have your first finger on the second fret of your G string and your ring finger on the third fret of your B string. And you're going to strum this chord, and then you're going to hammer on the third fret of your A string and bend it and pull it off. And at this specific instant, it does stop on 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that, and there's a rest on 4. Okay? So the whole intro to chain is as follows. So that's the intro. I'm going to do the next video, which will cover the verse.